They've got to find some solutions and find them soon. They're in a real jam right now. As we know, Liverpool now, they just need 5 wins and a draw. I don't think they'll even need that because I don't see Arsenal winning all of their games.
Jeff, good to see you. So 1-1 it finished between Arsenal and Manchester United. What's the biggest story here? 14th place Manchester United getting a point, or Arsenal finally seeing the title hopes completely slip away?
Poppy, I was just looking at that graphic. I thought it was actually a graphic of Arsenal strikers right now, just missing in action. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. Actually, it was quite an encouraging afternoon for Manchester United in many ways. They probably should have won the game on chances in the second half, and a dispiriting afternoon for Arsenal. Oh, come on, let's be honest. Not only is the title gone now for Arsenal, they're going to be looking over their shoulder because they have got no threat whatsoever. Absolutely zero. Yeah, I know you're going to say they put 7 past PSV in midweek, but that was a completely different kettle of fish. And they were just shown up today for where they are at, and it's a worrying scenario. It's just passed by excellent to the final third, and then it's a big fat nothing. They've just got no threat. You can't ask Mikel Merino to play there on a regular basis. They've got to find some solutions and find them soon. They're in a real jam right now. As we know, Liverpool now, they just need 5 wins and a draw. I don't think they'll even need that because I don't see Arsenal winning all of their games. And you're not going to see Liverpool lose half their games. They've only lost once this season. So it's done and dusted. The title's gone.
Jeff, just to flip it back on Man United, can you tell us about the protests against the Glaciers and what's going on there?
Yeah, pretty vociferous they were as well, Grella. They reckon there are about 5,000 people, and the fans clearly unhappy with the amount of debt that's been lumped onto the club and the interest that's been paid since the Glazers' takeover. And the fans are just extremely unhappy. And even though Sir Jim Ratcliffe has come in, he's now feeling heat as well for decisions that his Ineos group have taken on the footballing side as well. So you've got a really, really unhappy camp. Look, you can see there, he's been added to the Glazers by the fans because they just see the club going backwards. And it's not the club that they were. And they feel it's because of the amount of money and also the ownership or the stewardship of the Glazers and Sir Jim Ratcliffe. But they really were huge numbers, as I say. You're talking about 5,000 protesters there today.
So, Jeff, we're only 30 minutes away from Juventus-Atalanta. Former Atalanta striker they sold to United for big money is Rasmus Højlund, who was obviously so highly rated before his move. Only 2 goals in 22 matches and a really not a good performance today. Do you feel like United are giving up on him? What does Amorim think of him, and are they going to make a change in the summer? Is Højlund's days at United numbered?
Matteo, it's a fair question because when you look at those numbers, I mean, it's none in 19 at the moment, which is terrible. And he's clearly going through a crisis of confidence. You can see that. He actually could have won it for United today. You were probably watching the other game, but he had a great chance. But it was a brilliant tackle by Declan Rice that rescued the moment. I don't think they'll give up on him. I don't think they'll shift him out, although we do know that virtually everybody's for sale at Old Trafford. He needs help. It's as simple as that. You can't expect a young kid like him to come in and carry the fight on his own. Xerxes was preferred to start today, but I think Amorim, I think what he sees from him, he does see honesty and he sees effort. He knows he's going through a tough time at the moment. But Amorim just doesn't have that many choices, and they're also short of goals as well. So, yeah, I think it's a bit early to say that Amorim's seen enough and that's it. But he desperately needs a goal. It's as simple as that. 1 goal could change everything for him.
Jeff, to bring it back to Arsenal, Raya had some incredible saves, especially at the end for Arsenal. Where do you rank him amongst the best goalkeepers in the Premier League? Is he the top?
Well, tricky one, because I don't know if you've seen Alisson's error from yesterday. After having an amazing midweek against PSG, he lets in one at the near post, although it gets a slight nick. He didn't have the best day. Ederson didn't necessarily have the best day either. Raya's a top keeper. Actually, again, it was really interesting in today's match. Bruno Fernandes' free kick. It's a yard inside the post. It's a few feet down from the crossbar. And you're thinking, how has he conceded that so easily? Raya looked really, really poor there. It's only afterwards when they put the metrics on it The wall was back 11.2 yards. So, it's a great finish by Fernandes. You have to give him credit. But at the time, it looked as though Raya had let one in. But then the double save at the end from Fernandes is just absolutely excellent. And, yeah, look, he's impressed. He's impressed with his feet. And do you know one thing I like about him, Marco, as well? Is his agility in terms of once he gets down, if he makes a save low down, he's back up on his feet. He's quick as anything. So he's got great agility and a great spring as well. But he personally has had a really, really good season.
Yeah, he really has. It's been an interesting week, hasn't it, for the goalkeepers, and it'll be an interesting week in European football for both of these teams, Arsenal and Manchester United. Who do you see going further, Jeff, in their European competition? Obviously, Arsenal with a 7-1 win against PSV. It looks like they're sailing through to the next round. Manchester United were one of the favourites to win the Europa League, and it's 1-1 against Real Sociedad right now.
Well, they cannot lose a 7-1 lead. Surely not. Surely not. I genuinely will eat my hat with a lot of salt and pepper if they go out against PSV. It's impossible for that to be turned round. Do you know what, though, Poppy? I think Manchester United, they'll have been given a real injection, a timely injection of confidence, of belief, and, if you like, a bit of a decent performance in front of the fans. I think the fans will be... Their fans are always pretty good anyway, behind the team, not the owners. I think they'll go into the game against Real Sociedad. I actually think both will go through. Both will go through. Because I thought
Who will go the furthest, though, Jeff, in the entire competition?
Well, I don't think we're looking at winners of either, are we? Let's be honest. So, don't see either getting to the semi-finals, if I'm honest. Don't see it.
OK. All right. Well,
sorry to rain on their. I just think there's better teams out there.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. I'd love to be wrong. I'd love to see the English teams do well or the British teams do well. I just think the competition, when you get to the quarterfinal stages and beyond, neither of these have enough right now. Simple as that. Arsenal don't have an attack. United don't have enough players.
Which is a shame, isn't it? Because Manchester United were expected to make a really deep run in this competition. And as we know, it's their only path back to any Champions League football next season. We'll see what happens, though. Good to see you, Jeff. Thanks for joining us.
My pleasure. See you soon.
Cheers, Jeff.